Imagine yourself walking through a dense forest in the early 20th century. Suddenly, you hear a peculiar sound, one that doesn't fit into the usual chorus of nature. Ahead, amidst the thick foliage, emerges the silhouette of an animal that, nowadays, you could only see in books or documentaries. This was the world of incredible animals that, unfortunately, are no longer among us. In this video, we're going to explore the stories of these fascinating species that existed until the last century. We'll discover how they lived, why they disappeared, and what we can learn from the tales of these extraordinary beings to protect those still here. The Tasmanian tiger, or thylacine. The Tasmanian tiger, or thylacine, scientifically known as Thylacinus cynocephalus, was a carnivorous marsupial that inhabited Australia, Tasmania, and New Guinea. The extinction of this species, officially declared in 1936, is a tragic example of the consequences of human activities on wildlife. Unbridled hunting was one of the main reasons for its disappearance. European settlers, who established themselves in these regions from the 18th century onwards, saw the Tasmanian tiger as a threat to livestock and small animals, thus encouraging intensive hunting and even offering rewards for each killed animal, resulting in a drastic decline in its population. In addition to hunting, habitat loss also played a crucial role in the extinction of the Tasmanian tiger. As forested areas were cleared for agriculture and urban development, the natural habitat of the Tasmanian tiger became fragmented. This process drastically reduced the hunting and shelter areas available for these marsupials, limiting their chances of survival, reproduction, and consequently, the maintenance of healthy populations. Habitat loss is often accompanied by a reduction in prey availability, putting additional pressure on already vulnerable populations. Competition with domestic dogs introduced by European colonizers also significantly contributed to the decline of the Tasmanian tiger. These dogs directly competed with the tigers for resources such as food and territory. Additionally, dogs may have been vectors of diseases to which the Tasmanian tigers had no immunity, an additional factor that negatively impacted the survival of this species. Combined, these factors created an unsustainable scenario for the Tasmanian tiger, leading to its sad extinction. This story highlights the importance of conservation measures that protect vulnerable species against the adversities introduced by human activities. Dodo. The dodo, Rhaphis cucullatus, a flightless bird endemic to Mauritius Island, became one of the most tragic examples of extinction caused by human activities. The first navigators who arrived on Mauritius Island in the late 16th century found a large, flightless bird living without natural predators. Due to its inability to fly and its docile nature, the dodo was an easy prey. Hunting for food by sailors and settlers was one of the main factors leading to the rapid decline of its population. In addition to direct hunting, the introduction of other animals on Mauritius Island by humans exacerbated the problem. Species like rats, pigs, and monkeys, brought on ships, fed on the dodo's eggs, which were laid directly on the ground due to habitat characteristics and the absence of natural predators before humans arrived, further contributing to the drastic decrease in the number of dodos. The extinction of the dodo in the late 17th century is a grim reminder of the devastating effects that human intervention can have on species and their ecosystems. The loss of the dodo had significant impacts on the ecosystem of Mauritius Island, affecting seed dispersal and altering the composition of the local flora. Furthermore, the dodo's story serves as a symbol for biodiversity conservation, highlighting the need to protect vulnerable species against the growing threats of human activities and biological invasions. Quagga. The quagga, a subspecies of zebra with distinct characteristics such as striped front body and solid brown rear, was native to the vast plains of South Africa. This remarkable animal differed from its striped counterparts mainly in its coloration, making it a coveted target for hunters and collectors. The main cause of the extinction of the quagga in 1883 was overhunting. Hunters sought its skins, which were considered exotic and valuable. In addition to direct hunting, other causes contributed to the extinction of the quagga. The advance of European colonization in South Africa brought about the transformation of the quagga's natural habitats into agricultural and grazing areas for livestock. This resulted in habitat loss, severely restricting the resources available for the species' subsistence such as food and space. Competition with introduced livestock, which shared the need for the same resources, intensified the decline of the quagga population. Resurrection projects of the quagga, such as the Quagga Project, have attempted to bring back similar characteristics to the species through selective breeding of zebras, striving to remedy past mistakes and raise awareness about the importance of biodiversity. Great auk. The great auk is a notable example of an extinct species that, although not a true penguin of the southern hemispheres, shared similar physical characteristics with them. This bird, a member of the Alcidae family that includes current puffins and murrays, was native to the cold waters of the North Atlantic. Distinctive for its large stature and diving abilities, the great auk was adapted for intensive aquatic life, being able to dive to considerable depths in search of food. The extinction of the great auk occurred in the 19th century, specifically in the mid-1840s, when the last known pair was killed on Eldey, a small island off the coast of Iceland. The causes of the extinction of this bird are multifaceted, but primarily highlight overhunting and habitat destruction. Humans hunted the great auk for its meat, feathers, and oil, and also collected its eggs on a large scale. Additionally, human disturbance in their nesting and breeding sites had a devastating impact on their populations, as these birds nested on isolated rocky islands and had a low reproductive rate. Geographically, the great auk mainly lived along the coasts of the North Atlantic, spanning from Canada to Britain, Iceland, and Norway. These regions offered suitable climatic and ecological conditions for the species' survival, with abundant food and suitable nesting sites. Steller's sea cow. It was a massive marine mammal that once inhabited the icy waters of the northern Pacific, especially around the Commander Islands, off the coast of the Kamchatka Peninsula, discovered by European explorers in 1741. A close relative of the dugong and manatee, Steller's sea cow was distinguished by its enormous size, reaching up to 9 meters in length and weighing over 10 tons. The discovery of this species coincided with a time when European nations expanded their maritime explorations and trade, often without consideration for ecological consequences. Navigators and seal and whale hunters found in Steller's sea cow an easy and abundant source of meat, fat, and skin. The docility of the animal, its inability to submerge quickly, and the fact that it lived in shallow waters near the coast made it particularly vulnerable to hunting. In less than 3 decades after its discovery, uncontrolled hunting led the possibly already small and isolated population to extinction. The last recorded sighting of this species was in 1768. Today, we travel back in time to discover some of the fascinating species that shared this planet with us until the last century. The extinction of these animals is a powerful reminder of our responsibility to the natural world. Each species that disappears leaves us a crucial message about the importance of conservation and respect for biodiversity. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. If you have any questions or curiosity about the animals we mentioned today, leave them in the comments. And of course, share this video to help spread awareness about the preservation of our wildlife. If you enjoy exploring the natural world and its mysteries, dive with us into our video where we explore the unanswered questions about the ocean that even the most dedicated scientists have yet to unravel. From strange sea creatures to lost underwater civilizations, each wave hides an untold story. Watch now and join the most intriguing scientific adventure. Until next time.